Hello, Mr. Fry's Algebra 2 class. I want to take a look at this polynomials activity that he has. Classifying polynomials assignment is what he calls it. So I want to take a look at your notes. I took notes. I don't know if you can read those, but you can, jot these down. These were on his, that's a number 5 here. These were on his board when I walked in and I took them. This says constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic, and quintic. That is an R there. I was writing really fast because I was only able to get in there at the very end. I had a student in my room this morning. And then it says always classify by highest degree. When you're classifying, this is classifying by degree number. So the degrees would be the exponent that you have. So here's the examples over here of these different classifications by degrees. And then polynomial function is a function such as a quadratic, cubic, quintic, where the degree of x in non-negative, it has to be an integer. So examples of polynomial functions are here. Some non-ones would be like if you have a negative exponent, or you have something like pi, like a irrational number as the exponent. And then if you have a number, divided by the x value. Classifying by the number of terms. The number of terms 1, 2, 3, and then up to 4 is everything. 4 and above, everything is polynomial. So number of terms. Here's an example. That's just monomial. 2 would be binomial. 3 trinomial. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes it looks like this, and there's nothing back there. That would be like a +0, but it would be a trinomial because there's going to be a constant, with that, and then a polynomial. When you have 4 or above in the number of terms in that expression. So taking a look at whether or not it's a polynomial or not. The first one we did together in class, yes it is. Writing it in standard form. Standard form just means write these from the highest degree of the exponent to the lowest degree. Put the exponents in order, in other words, until you don't have any exponents at all or any variables at all. The degree name, this is a quartic because it has that 4 there. And the term names, monomial, binomial, that's trinomial. This comes from your notes. This is by degree, this is by terms. So the term name is a trinomial. And its leading coefficient is -3. -3 there. I was looking at something else and made some mistakes on those crossouts. Sorry about those. The next one, this is not a polynomial, so you just stop right there because you have the -1. Go ahead and try this one on your own. This one is, and it would be in order. The proper order would be this way. You want the variable, the x, to be listed before that 12, and it is linear because of our notes, monomial, and -5 is the leading coefficient. This next one, yes, it is, and you just have to put it in order. We just rearranged this in class. We did this one in class. You could rewrite it just like this. It's already in order. They're just kind of trying to throw you off with that whole square root of 2 thing. Square root of 2 could be in front of that x squared. It's a quadratic, it's trinomial, and the leading coefficient is square root of 2. This one is a polynomial, and I put the terms in order here. It was in standard form, so I start with my x to the 4th power. That means it's quartic, the degree name. The term name, trinomial, and the leading coefficient is 3/5. Try some of these on your own. This one, just a no, so you can just stop right there, mainly because it has that irrational number as an exponent. These two, you'll notice both of these are yeses, and you'll notice that I put them both in order. Now, this is quintic because it has 5 here. This one's quartic because it's level 4, the degree name. And I do have trinomial here, even though it has only two sections here. It's kind of like there's a a plus 0 back here. So we do have those. We have these x values, and then we do have that too. This one would be a polynomial because this one too. So it's kind of think of it as that. There will be a term without the x value, and it's just going to be a regular constant number. So it's going to it could be 0. So if you don't see it there, that makes it a polynomial. The leading coefficients in this one, -8 and 1 in the other one. When you get down to the bottom, you have some extra credit, and to help you get some extra credit, I did do the odd ones. All you simply have to do is take that value and plug it into that formula, if you will. So wherever you see an x in the first one, you want to put a 2, and you can see that I did that. I just put it in my calculator, and I got 52. For number 3, go to the g formula here, the g equation, and for x, put in -1, and then just work it out. Just type it in your calculator the way it looks and get the answer. Real easy. For number 2, you would change all these in parentheses to -2. Change all those x's to -2 and just work it out on your calculator. Make sure you put in parentheses, because on your calculators, if you don't put it in parentheses, most calculators won't identify the -2 squared. They'll just do a 2 squared and keep that negative. They'll just throw that negative out in front. When you do number 4, do this whole first one with zeros all in here. And, any number, multiplied by 0 is going to give you 0. So actually, you're just going to have 8. So 8 plus whatever the g formula is with just 1s in the x's. So 8 plus 1 squared minus 1 to the 5th power plus 1. And that's going to be your answer for number 4. Really easy. Number 2, you had to take, first of all, work on the inside, the g formula with a 0. So g's with 0. So if I had a 0 and a 0 here, I just have plus 1 left. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So that is my new inside the parentheses for f. So place a 1 in for your x values for your f formula, and just put those 1s in there and work it out, and what I got was 19. Okay, so hopefully that helps you get some extra credit points, and hopefully this helped you on this classifying polynomials assignment.